Greetings, Earthbound Travelers. Welcome to tonight's episode. Will of the Dice presents Sins of Blood. I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and I will be your guide through this cacophony of clusterfuckery. Thank you so much for joining. Before we begin, we do have some announcements to make. We have for mature audiences, viewer discretion is advised. So no way, shape, form affiliated or associated with any TTRPG creators, publishers, or manufacturers. We're just a bunch of friends that come together to play D&D and share that experience with you. That being said, we will now kick it to Locke. Dices, Locke.
Hi, gamers! I'm Locke Clark, and I'll be talking to you tonight about our partners in this endeavor, Level Up Dice, fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. Now, Tier, are we still at 4?
We're still at 4.
We're still at 4. Okay. Guys, we need 4. We need 4 of you to go and buy a thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It just has to be more than $25 worth of thing. That's all we need. And once 4 of you do that, we will level up in the company and we will get a bunch of dice to give away to you. We will get these cool little metal dice pucks that have our logo on them that come with 4 D6s in anodized aluminum with our logo carved on the 6s. When you put them all together, they are very, very cool. And we want to give them away to you. And to let us do that, you just have to go through our link over to Will of the Dice and buy something of at least $25 or more. So go do that thing. Go search their site, find cool stuff, buy something. A table shaker, a single cool D20 if it's over $25, a dice vault, whatever. And then we can give away free stuff on the stream, and you're going to really enjoy that. So that link that you're going to use to get there and make us look good is https://bit.ly/L, Will of the Dice, all one word. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice. Go and check those out. Also, we would like to thank the musicians who provided music for tonight's show. They make us have a better experience. They let you have a better experience. It's a better experience all around. Those musicians are Michael Gelfi. They are Kevin MacLeod. They are Dwergar. And they are Patrick Taylor, our very own peculiar Patrick.
Yay. All right, Raph.
All right, greetings, gamers. You need to be on our Patreon. Come support us on Patreon. Come find out what strange shenanigans we have planned by participating in the polls we put on our Patreon. Come listen to how bad we thought things went when we do after the rolls. So please get on a Patreon, support us. It helps support this stream, helps support this cast, helps us support you. So please get on the Patreon. Just a few bucks a month. We very much appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So that's our announcements. Let's get into introductions.
Greetings, gamers. Again, I am Raph the Mad. And tonight I'll be playing the quiet and stoic and somewhat concerned giant dragonborn, Sarek the Blade. And I can be found at BLK Dragon 13,000 at Twitter.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, and tonight I'm going to be playing Nan. She's a 5-foot-tall elf with mousy brown hair and eyes, lightly tanned skin, and wears plain, slightly poorly fitting clothing. She's a cartographer who'd really appreciate if everyone just believed she was just a cartographer and nothing more, and leave her out of anything else going on. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and tonight I'm playing Lazarian, the 5-foot, 5 half elf-ish looking androgynous. I'm a he, him, they're a they, them. Like I say, everybody forgot. I almost forgot. I was so close to forgetting, and I made everyone else go, oh, it's great. Anyway, they woke up in Keep Gregorian and have been kind of haunting the place ever since with very little to no recollection of how they got here or where they were before this. They remember a couple of things, but they're really vague. And they're hoping to find out more. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, and tonight I'll be the voice of Draft Vitakin, Dreft is an Uberkin from the land of Angramora. Through an exchange program, he was able to get to this material plane and check out and see all the things and go to school. And then that's when they learned some things. And they went to the Ragnacorn Mountains and they met someone. And now they're on an expedition to keep Gregarian, and they just got attacked, and they're really unsure of what's happening. But this Vashka person sounds interesting, to say the least. You can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick, and my pronouns are he, they, and Dref's pronouns are he, him.
Hey gamers, this is Ames. I am she, her, and then I am playing Brika tonight. Brika is a 5-foot tall elf who is hiding her face behind a veil and wearing a rainbow-colored robe covered in eyes. And as she will like to tell you often, she sees everything. Her pronouns are also she, her, and you can find me at LollyG50 on Twitter.
And as I said at the beginning of this, I'm Tier the DM, he, him. And you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. I would take this opportunity to open it up to Raph and Ren if they want to provide their pronouns.
I am he, him, and Sarek is also he, him.
Mine are she, her, and Nan's are she, they.
All right, excellent. So with that being said, do we have any final requests before we get started for the evening?
Not the face.
Always the face. As always, our safe word for tonight is porcelain. So make sure you remember that. And when we last left the party, they had been attacked by gnolls, creatures that are usually not this far north. Defeating the gnolls, the camp was then attacked by a banana fish, a large scaled green creature that is ferocious and, again, not normally found this far north. The party fled into catacombs to attempt to avoid being devoured by the creature, only to find a box that was supposed to be the box of transfiguration. They also found an individual chained in chains of life that would kept the prisoner alive indefinitely. That was one Lucius, the high priest and husband to the goddess Vashka. This individual escaping, trapping the party in the library, where the keeper of the library gave them information that they might be able to find more clues if they can obtain the sword that was once the headmaster's. It is now among the elk riders. He showed them to the steps, and they would exit the steps at this point only to run into Brika. Brika, you had been where Sarek had been performing watch at the south gate. You had been performing watch at the north gate, having seen the creatures attack but unable to get there in time, able to hide from the banana fish. And as you are looking for survivors, the party will appear from the ruin. And this is where our story will continue. And this is where you will realize you have been forsaken to the will of the dice. The cold wind blows, the snow falls, thick, wet flakes. The air is biting with the chill. The camp that has served as home destroyed. Your food supplies destroyed. It is chaos. You all will run into Brika as you exit. What would you like to do?
Oh, so there you are.
You didn't get eaten? Very good.
No, they had me at the north gate, and when I saw everything happening, I had no way to get to you in time, so I found a place to hide.
That is good. You found a good place to hide, then.
Yes, it looks like you all did too. You guys, everybody is okay?
Oh no, we've unleashed a great evil onto the world.
Oh.
Accidentally, but...
Okay, so it would seem. And the professor is dead.
And
The
that
banana-
one isn't just a cartographer, are you? Pointing to Nan.
Nan's gonna shake her head. I don't know what he's talking about. Everyone knows I'm just a cartographer. And I really don't know if I need to even be here for all this. I'm not really any use.
Well, if you're a cartographer, it means you've mapped some of the area, right?
Tyr, would you have mapped the area around the keep and not just the keep?
Yes.
I suppose I
Well,
have.
You know, that would probably be helpful. I mean, I can see all things, but I can't see past a certain point. Otherwise, that would be too much power for one person to have.
Yes, dear Brecca, I'm glad you were survived. Have you searched the rest of the camp? Has anyone else survived besides us?
I just came out myself and been looking around. I haven't come across anybody else alive. You're
Tyr,
the
does this
first.
storm? Tyr, does this storm look like it's going to abate anytime soon, or is it coming down pretty hard?
It's coming down pretty hard.
Well, it is my suggestion that we gather our gear and adjourn back inside for the night, at the very least, to stay out of the storm, and then we'll push on in the morning to wherever we may need to go.
Right quick. Ames, the chat is asking if you can turn yourself up just a smidge. The veil's muffling.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Tyr? Sorry, Amy. Tyr, hadn't we just spent the night? Isn't it morning now?
It is morning now. Yes, you all spent the night.
Okay.
So you all may take a long rest on your character sheets.
Yay, long rest.
Yay.
Yes, we should find whatever whatever supplies we can glean. I mean, I know that the gnolls destroyed most of what we had, but perhaps there's still something here that we can use.
Dear
I don't know
Brecca,
how.
I have a question for you. Do you happen to know where the banana fish went? Is it still around?
I haven't seen it. I don't know which way it went though.
We may want to move carefully in case it's still in the vicinity, or more of those gnolls.
Here. As Laz was saying about checking for more supplies, that Dreff will take that as a hint to like kind of scavenge through some of the wreckage or anything.
Okay.
Tyr, would I have known of any place else that we kept any supplies?
No, everything was kept in camp.
What kind of check would you like for me to make, good sir?
Make an investigation check.
You got it. That's an 11.
There's not really much left. This camp has been absolutely decimated. The banana fish throwing a temper tantrum when its meal escaped laid waste to the camp.
Finding nothing, Dreff will curse an infernal and spit and just call over. There's nothing over here. There's nothing here. We should as you said, you've been here before, yeah?
Well, I mean, before is a misnomer, but yes, to your meaning, yes.
Perfect. Perhaps you can show us some insight to somewhere safe out of this cold. I know that I'm starting to get a little bit of a chill. And he'll put his hand into his bag. He'll pull out like a big blanket, and then you'll see he'll kind of rub it a little bit and mutter something quietly under his breath, and a little bit of steam will come off of the blanket, as it is now heated because I use prestidigitation, and I can do that.
I think perhaps the library is the safest place. Yes, and maybe we can find out some more while we
wait out the storm.
Yes.
All right, Tyr, you say decimated. Are our personal gear still in the camp, or is it gone too?
Your personal gear somehow managed to survive.
Cool.
In that case, Nan will gather her bag, which she almost always has packed,
Mm-hmm.
her extra blanket, and any of her mapping supplies in her map case.
Yeah, Laz goes and grabs their backpack and doesn't care about anything else that was in the tent because none of it was actually theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once that's gathered, Sarah will head back into the library now, see if we can't wait out this storm. Because wandering through the middle of a snowstorm sounds like a bad idea to him.
As you all enter the library again, you will find that it looks different than when you exited. When you had exited, it looked fresh, well maintained, curated. Now it looks abandoned, as if it has been abandoned for some time. There is snow and ice covering some of the bookshelves. There's a sense of desolation, a sense of forgottenness to the place.
That's very different.
Did it not look like this before?
No, my dear. It was very much better kept and warm.
Mean.
Dear, would I know of a better place to ride out the storm?
Give me an insight check.
Don't fuck me, Usnad. No, I don't know.
Are we worried about being cold in here? I
5.
think
It would dawn on you that you never fully vetted out the high headmaster's chambers, but that it does have a working fireplace.
There is one other place we could go. It has a working fireplace, but there's also a small problem with it.
and that would be.
Some sort of psychic maze.
Ah,
I mean, we don't have to go through the psychic maze to get to the fireplace or anything, but there's definitely something back there.
So, in order to stay warm, we have to go through a psychic maze.
No, not through. Just have to be next to a psychic maze.
Well, so long as I don't have to go near it, just use the fireplace and leave whatever else that is alone.
I'm sorry. I'm just very curious about this. Why should we leave this location that is already out of the snow and the wind? We are in a desolate place. Look at the wood. We have books here. I have the ability to make fire. Why are we thinking of leaving this place?
Because there's snow and ice coming in here, and there's
Where?
just something there.
As you look around, Drift, you will see there are gaping holes with huge wedges of ice, allowing wind and snow to come in. This place looks abandoned, where before it looked pristine.
Very well. If you want to have some comforts, I suppose that we should go to this office.
It is at this point that you all will hear a snap.
Can I discern which direction the snap came from?
It comes from behind you.
Oh, I'm spinning around.
As you spin around, you will see a woman clad in shimmering white, holding 2 scimitars. You're not hunters?
My sword is already in my hand. Who's asking?
She will begin to weep and wail, her wail growing louder and louder. It seems to drive deep into you, Everyone, please make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh.
Is this an
11.
attempt to be charmed?
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Rika.
That was a 12.
All right. Drift.
18.
Laz.
19.
Nan.
21.
And Sarek.
19. Well, that does not bode well for the rest of the night.
The wailing almost compels you to tears, almost consumes you in sorrow. You such strong empathy for this creature that is seeming so distraught, almost. But when the empathy does not come, when the tears are not shed, the creature will scowl and vanish.
Hey, wait a minute. I just wanted to talk to you. You don't have to disappear.
I believe that is our cue to leave at this point.
Yes, we should move.
After you. You know the way.
I will lead the way.
Nan is
Stepping back. Go ahead, Nan.
While they're talking about leading the way and whatnot, and we're making our way up, Nan is talking with herself in Druidic.
And you will make your way back to the storm. Stepping back out, it looks like you have been away from the pile of debris that was your camp for months. Tents covered in snow. There's very little signs of life that used to be. And there is a single track of barefoot footprints that vanish after about 3 foot.
Could I do like an investigation or a survival check to try and keep following those footprints if there is
Yeah,
any
but
more
it's
evidence? Cool. That is a 23.
The footprints parallel with the path that Laz is taking to head to the Headmasters quarters. About 3/4 of the way there, they vanish. There's no sight any further. Where you was able to pick up a trail that had reappeared. There's no trail to pick up at this point. This is where the tracks end.
Well, that's interesting. I will keep that to myself, I suppose. And Laz is going to keep the rear of the group with his glaive out and just kind of keep, after he loses the trail, he'll definitely just keep scanning left and right, being very much on guard.
You mean Drift?
Yes, what did I say?
You said Laz.
I meant draft. That's my bad. I play draft.
Quick question, Tyr, and also a reminder. Because Brika is wearing the robe of eyes, she can see invisible creatures, objects, as well as see into the ethereal plane out to a range of 120 feet. So if she does a perception or an investigation check, would she find anything?
Well, go ahead and do an investigation check and let's find out.
Alright, that is an 18.
You will see into the ether creatures like giant fish floating by, paying you no mind. But you will not spot any creatures on the prime material plane that are invisible.
Okay. she's gonna like continue to look around for a minute. She's not gonna tell the party because she's just kind of like, bah. But she is gonna mumble to herself, "Oh, ethereal plane monsters,
I
creatures,
need
whatever."
everyone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Rika. I need everyone to please make an intelligence saving throw. Brika,
I don't want to say. It's a 7.
Drift,
5.
Laz,
18.
Oh, good.
Nan,
24.
and Sarek.
5.
Laz, you and Nan, as you're making your way, everything seems normal. Brika, Drift, Sarek, you will find for the briefest of moments, you are standing in thick, lush grass. The warm summer sun is shining on your face. You hear the hustle and bustle of keep life. Looking around, you see a changing of the guard. You see banners waving high. You see people going to and fro. The place is bustling. It is alive. And just in a moment, you will snap back to reality, taking 4 points of cold damage as it seems you have entered the storm for the first time.
Everybody stay close. We're almost there.
It's a spooky fucking castle.
Making your way into the Headmasters Quarters, you will find they are opulent. There is a large four-poster canopy bed. There are several overstuffed chairs around a beautifully decorated ornamental fireplace. They are bookshelves lined with books, various chests, and wardrobes, and a one bookshelf that has been broken with a set of stairs leading down.
I would like to look for other secret doors in this room.
Okay,
I assume this looks about the same as I found it the last time.
correct.
Okay.
Do you have something particular, or are you just making an investigation check?
Just a general investigation check of doing the standard pulling books off the shelf, walking over to weird statues and groping them, just looking for secret doors, other
Alright.
than the one with the bookshelf already smashed.
Give me an investigation check.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You will not find any secret doors, but you will find a book that has been carved out with a coin purse in it with 30 pieces of silver.
Is the silver looking, does it look important, or is it just silver?
Insight.
Da-da. Dun, 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 dun. That's a 12.
It looks old.
Like, being a scholar of old world Runeth Kesha, would I recognize it to be that old, or is it... Oh,
It's
wait,
a couple of 100 years.
I have the archaeology thing, where it can tell me exactly. Oh, no, wait. Nope, that's not it. Oh, no, yeah. In addition, you could determine the monetary value of art objects more than a century old. Is this an art piece?
No.
Damn.
Internally
But it is-
screaming in Dresden. Sorry.
No, it is. It is an item that is more than a century old. These coins are about 300 years old. They are the imaging on them is a crown, a wreath, and a sword.
Could I take a history check to see if I recognize that?
Go ahead.
That's a 6.
No, you do not.
Jeff will just pocket it. Just put the coin back into the book, close the book up, and put it in his bag holding.
All right.
Dear lads, is Sarah points to the broken? Is this where the psychic maze resides?
Yes, it's down there.
Right. And he turns
Um,
and looks directly at Dreft. Do not go down there. It's a bad idea. We need to get some rest. We have other things to attend to.
That's fine. I'll keep watch of the first door, or whatever you want to do. We can sit here and play cards if you want. I think I might have a thing of cards in my bag.
Laz is going to go and work on building a fire.
Laz, when you go to build a fire, you find a common golden ring in the ashes.
Well, I'm going to take out my thing that I obviously have that would be perfect for this situation. I take out a dagger, and I'm going to use the dagger to pull the ring out of the ashes.
Okay.
Does anyone have the ability to discern if things are magical?
No, but I could tell you if it's very old.
I'm less worried about its age than I am the fact that, we've already let loose one great evil in this place, and this is the Headmasters Quarters of blood hunters of old. That means that he might have things in here that are as dangerous as what we found downstairs. We should be very careful.
No, I can't help him with that. Stop it. Stop. I
Laz,
told you I can't help him with that.
what? Nan, can you do something?
No, I'm sorry, I can't. Not today, at least.
Oh, well.
And damn it.
You mean to tell me I'm hanging out with 4 people who play with magic on a regular basis, and none of you can tell if that's magic?
Why would my patron tell me if I need to know if something is magic?
I can
We're doing
detect. I can detect people's thoughts. I read minds and things like that. Objects, not so much.
Boy.
I'll take third watch. And he starts helping you with the fire if possible, or start putting together something for dinner.
I don't really sleep per se, so I'll take whatever. I can stay for half the night, really.
Tyr, what time of day is it?
It's morning.
Oh, well,
You all
I
just
thought.
finished the long rest.
good point.
There's a blizzard going on outside.
You're probably going to want some food. We don't really have much.
I have a question, Tyr. I haven't set my spells for the day. I have to sit in meditation for an hour to do that.
Okay.
Would I still be allowed to do that at this point?
Yeah, I'd allow it.
All right, fine. Look, I need an hour to sit and be quiet, and I might be able to help you with your problem.
Very well. I drop the ring into a pouch. And
I know I had to sing of cards in my bag. Pulls out a
go back
deck
to
of
building the
cards.
fire.
A warm fire, a mysterious ring, a deck of cards, This room is very comfortable, very cozy. It was designed to withstand the cold, harsh winters that come to keep Gregor Gary. And all the while, there's that staircase leading down to a psychic maze.
Tyr, can I describe, like, is the maze, like, literally at the bottom of the stairs, or is there a room that you go into first?
You come down to a hallway, and it's halfway through the hallway.
Okay, so I make sure to describe that to everyone. Yes, by the way, if you go down the stairs, it looks like a normal hallway. It's not until you get about halfway down the hallway that it starts to affect your mind. So don't, if you stick your head down there for some reason, don't just know that it's not right there per se.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. As he looks up, he has taken out, Sarek has taken out just a ratty looking notebook with no title, nothing, and he's got an inkwell and he's just writing in it currently. And then he reads a few pages and then he writes a bit more. As he's waiting.
Rika, your ability to see things will kick in. And you will see a small child dressed in blue, male, with a wooden sailboat walk between the people and vanish.
I'm guessing
His
nobody
name is
else saw
Georgie.
that.
I'm sorry, I was paying too much attention to this book that I was writing in. What were you saying?
No, I said I'm guessing that none of the rest of you saw the child with the boat.
No, dear Rika, we did not.
No.
Then I would say that there's a good possibility that there's something else besides the psychic maze that can mess with us. Something just walked through that wanted to be seen.
Here. Might I make an Arcana check? To see if this might be residuals from the maze?
Sure.
18!
It is not.
So that's weird.
Brika's gonna get up and walk around the room a little bit, just doing a general investigation to see if she sees anything else. That is an 11.
Everything just seems like the room.
Um,
An hour will pass, and your spells will be ready, Nan.
Nan is sitting in the corner, gear off so that it's sitting next to her, head down. Her eyes will open. They are solid white again. She will rise, walk over to Laz, calmly hold out a hand. The ring, please.
Your accent is different. Laz, using the dagger, scoops the ring out of the pouch and holds it out.
There is a small piece of fabric in Nan's hand. I don't know what you're talking about. My voice has always been like this. She will return to the corner and sit and spend 10 minutes concentrating and ritually cast Detect Magic.
Seems like we all have... Good.
Go ahead, Brika.
She's just gonna make the comment, sitting up. She sat back down. She's just gonna make the comment that, I guess we all have a lot of things to hide.
Oh, that's right. Brika, please describe to the audience what Brika looks like, as you wasn't here last week.
Yes, that's true, isn't it? Brika is a 5-foot elf. She's got indigo, wavy indigo hair to about the shoulder with 2 acid green streaks from each temple. Her eyes are the same bright glowing green. What you can see of her skin that's not covered by the robe or the veil is a very pearly lavender color, and she is wearing the robe of eyes, which is basically like a rainbow puked on fabric and then sewed eyes all over it. The eyes always look like they're watching. They never avert their gaze. And even when she's looking at you, even if she closes her own eyes, it always looks like she's staring at you.
So, casting Detect Magic, the ring will begin to glow.
All right. School of Magic? Or type of magic?
Abjuration.
And I'm a bad magic user and can't remember what abjuration is.
Protection.
Protection. Gotcha. She will rise again, returning to you, Laz, holding the ring out in 2 fingers. It is a ring of protection
Oh,
of some sort. And she will place it in your hand. Her head will drop for a moment and come back up. Her eyes are brown. There. Now you know what your ring is. She's going to go back over to the corner, sit down, take out a book, and start to scribble.
the thing you do with your eyes. What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do anything with my eyes.
I see.
Nan, do you have to talk to it all the time, or does it talk to you?
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry, my comment might not be that good. I can try again in a different language if you'd like, but I asked if you have to talk to it, or does it talk to you all the time?
I think this one's a bit daft.
Your friend who you talk to. We've all heard it, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
What business is it of yours who I'm talking to?
Oh, none at all, actually. I'm just saying, since, we've all managed to, well, I guess, Brika, you're guilty by association, but we've all managed to let loose one of the greatest evils of the whole world. I figured we could have a little bit of transparency. I see you, Sarek over there, if you don't mind. Sarek is a family man, and that's why he is here. I didn't get a chance to ask either of you why you're here, and I'm not exactly sure why Brika is here either. But I can tell you that I'm here because I was here for that box, and that box is now gone. And now I have to try and explain to my mistress why I let the box go away.
I'm here because they were paying cartographers really well to come and map this place.
You keep mentioning your mistress, Jeff. Who is your mistress?
She is the most beautiful things I have ever laid eyes upon. She is both the meaning of life and death.
So, does she have a name?
Why would I speak my mistress's name? I am certainly not worthy of being able to utter such magnificent letters together to be able to say her name.
Right. Okay.
Yes, dear Laz, I've tried for a month to speak to get him to name his mistress, and he will not.
Is
It's not
Is you-
worthy.
okay. Right. As they're talking, Laz just very casually slips the ring onto a finger.
And it'll take about 15 minutes, and it will attune. It is a ring of mind shielding.
Oh.
And you will hear a voice in your head, Laz, that no one else will hear. How you doing, big boy? A very female voice.
Responding. Can I respond? I attempt to respond in my head. I'm not exactly a boy.
Well, that's a shame.
I'm not exactly not either.
Well, I'm sure we could find a way to work around things.
It really depends on your definition, I guess. Who are you?
I need everyone but Laz to please earmuff. Why? I'm Helga.
Hello, Helga. It's very nice to meet you, I guess. Um,
I've been stuck in this ring for a while now.
I see. Do you know anything about Vashka by chance?
That bitch! A wave of psychic energy will rip through you. It does not cause any damage. It is just very uncomfortable.
Ooh, could you not do that?
Vashka is darkness. She is death and damnation. She is trembling in fear. She is all-consuming. Is she free?
No. But her husband?
Lucius.
Yes, that's him. He is free, and he has the box.
Which box?
The transmutation box.
Oh, well, that is nothing. That is a
No.
trinket.
No, it's also, we thought it was the transmutation box. It turned out it's the box that she's imprisoned in, the Ever Knight. Is that right?
Gods be damned.
But he doesn't have the stones.
This is bad.
We are aware.
I tell you what, I will provide any help and insight I can, and you find someone with true resurrection to bring me back.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. But we need a piece of you or something.
Just my name.
Okay. Very well. You wouldn't happen to know. And Laz describes the individual that they saw upon first waking up, the one standing in front of the portal who dropped the sword.
I do not.
They told me I'd be needed. They said that I had to grow stronger, that they needed me to grow stronger, that she needed me to grow stronger, but I don't know who they were, and I don't know who she is.
Oh, I'm always for growing strong, if you get my meaning.
I think part of me does, yes.
All right, I'm gonna bring everybody back now.
Yep. You all see as conversations are going on that at one point, whatever conversations continue to happen, Laz kind of spaces out for a few minutes, and at one point winces and touches the side of their head.
Nope. Sarek is too busy writing in his book at this point, or reading his book to notice. And for the record, Tyr, you're a bastard. That's belated from last episode, the first earmuff. I listened to last week's episode. You're a bastard.
Oh, thank you.
Am I the only one who listens to the previous episodes but skips the earmuffed sections?
Yes.
So the first earmuff was me telling Patrick, look concerned, look afraid, act like I'm telling you something really bad. That's all it was.
So good.
That was fun, though.
I'm not allowed to not listen to the earmuffs because I have to edit the episode for sound, so I have to listen to them.
That's fair.
Choice.
Anyways, Sarek's not going to notice. He's too into whatever he's doing in his book.
Nan will raise an eyebrow from across the room looking at Laz. Not necessarily say anything, but wait to see if they make eye contact with her, and if not, she will go back to what she's doing.
Ref just journaling about the day, keeping a record of it.
Brika's been watching, so she's just sitting watching, waiting to see what happens next.
At some point in the next 20 minutes or so, Sarek will get up and walk to the door and kind of walk to the outside to see if it's still snowing pretty good.
It is.
He'll walk back inside, get next to the fire to warm up a bit, and settle back down.
As you walk back into the room, Sarek, your friends are missing. You'll see a very large man, very muscular build, long black beard, long black flowing hair, standing in front of the fire, keep warming his hands. And then in just an instant, you're back, the room, in the disarray that it was when you entered.
What concerns you, Sarek?
I just walked in and you weren't here, but I saw a rather large, dark-haired man in front of the fire warming himself. And then I was here. What? He turns to Laz. What is this place? Is it full of magic? Because we seem to be jumping in and out of time.
I mean, this hasn't happened before. I've been here for... Okay, I don't know how long I've been here, but it's been a long time.
Oh. What do we know about this Veshka goddess? Demigod? Could this be an after effect? Because this is the second time now, like we stepped in and out of a former time.
We know she's a bitch.
Well, yeah. And we let her out, which I'm not too happy about.
No, we didn't. We let her husband free. He took the box, but she's still inside it for the moment.
True. But
I don't...
It is at this point, Sarek, that you will see above the fireplace an oil painting of the man with long black hair and a long beard that you saw warming hands by the fire.
you'll see him look up, and he'll look kind of just a quick startled look, and you go and point to the oil painting. That was him right there. I just saw.
Oh, that's the headmaster. That's the head of the Bloodhunter Order of old.
Well, he was just here a few minutes ago, at least, or I was here a few years ago. We seem to be experiencing old times. Why?
At this point, I need everyone to make an intelligence save. If you have any advantages against being put to sleep, please apply them.
Tyr, I have a quick question.
And I have a quick answer.
Detect magic lasted for 10 minutes. During that time, did I notice anything else glowing in the room?
You did not.
Okay, thank you.
Brika.
That 22.
All right. Drift.
Magic can't put me to sleep.
Okay. Laz.
Same. Magic cannot put me to sleep.
All right. Nan.
You said con save, right?
Intelligence.
Intelligence save. Okay. Doesn't help much. It still makes it a 12.
All right. And Sarek.
He's probably going to La La Land. I rolled a 10.
Those of you that can be affected by magic and can be put to sleep will wake up. Those of you that cannot be put to sleep by magic will come out of what was like a trance, as if you had stared off into the distance and forgot to bring yourself back to reality. Hours have passed. And there, amongst you, is nothing but a roaring, crackling fire, and this room in disarray, and the soft longing to go downstairs.
I'm guessing this is the want to go downstairs is an effect of whatever we suffered, what spell it was.
Yes.
Okay, that because otherwise Nan would not know part of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Drift is also very not interested in going down the stairs, was told not to go down the stairs, so is going to abide by the wishes and not go down the stairs. But is going to go check to see if the storm, as they feel that the time has passed, they're going to check to see if the storm has lessened any.
The storm has abated.
They'll come back and just be like, there's no more storm. Trying to find the elk riders, yeah?
What time of day is it now?
It is about 4 in the afternoon, if we use the conventional time.
It's the early evenings.
We won't get very far before nightfall. We don't want to be traveling at night out here.
But do we want to spend the night here? Considering all the strange things that have been happening, it seems like I've just lost 4 or 5 hours.
Same.
Yes.
I kind of want to go downstairs. I know I shouldn't. It's the queerest thing.
Yes, I feel the same draw, but I don't think we should.
No, so elk riders have the location of possibly the blade, and then we have to head to Glandomir anyway, because that is where apparently the soul stones are being kept.
Not sure I want to go to Glandomir again. But I do have a question for you, lads, since you seem to have been around here for a while and know some of its history. What is downstairs besides this psychic maze?
Oh, I don't know. I've never gone through the psychic maze. I felt it start to encroach on my mind, and I left. I don't know what the headmaster has hidden back there. I mean, it could be a weapon that could help us, or it could be a monster that's worse than what we've already set loose. That we set loose by going in. I honestly don't know.
I mean, typically one god's either extremely expensive or extremely dangerous things, so
And
Rika,
yes.
you will catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye.
She's gonna turn to follow it.
As you turn to follow it, give me a perception check.
Okie doke. I have advantage on those. That is a 19 plus 6, 25.
There is a creature there that the others cannot see. You know this to be an invisible creature, but you're watching it hand movements as if doing magic.
Does she know what kind of creature it is, or it's just like right now it's just a creature?
It's just a creature right now.
Okay. She is going to respond with casting Mind Sliver at it.
Okay. Is that a saving throw, an attack roll?
It is a saving throw. saving throw 14 for intelligence. Sorry.
You will all go ahead and roll damage
Okay.
as I failed to save.
It's 4 damage.
You all will hear a screeching. That's what will materialize in front of you. Those of you that are of the warlock path will recognize instantly as a dream eater. These are dark creatures that can manipulate your mind, preying on your thoughts, devouring them. They have been known to make hallucinations. They've been known to make what appear to be time slips.
The second that Lass heard the scream, sword appears in their hand.
Yeah, Dreff would ready his glaive.
The same.
Nan's gonna hold her book up in front of her face like she's hiding.
The creature will hiss, throwing black powder at their feet and vanishing. This time, Brika, you will see them literally disappear, as if they have left this area.
She's gonna walk towards wherever they were. She's gonna investigate a little further just to make sure. And look at. Did you say there was they threw a black powder onto the floor?
Yes.
She wants to investigate that black powder.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Laz is literally poking the air where the thing was.
What was that?
That's a 17. Sorry.
Dream Eater. I don't know how I know that, but I do.
It's a nasty creatures.
Brika, with a 17, this black powder is a magical. You've seen it before in your previous life. It was a infused teleportation spell.
And it's this is just what's used up, so it's basically no good now. It's just the
Right.
remnants. So firework trash. Yay! She's still gonna scoop a little bit of it up and put some into a small container and stand up. And turn back to the rest of the party. I really think we need to get out of this room because they were casting something. That's why I hit it with my spell. But they used a. She's gonna kind of show what's on her fingers, the black, and hold it up. This is the remnants of a infused teleportation spell. I don't know if, as far as I know, that is not something common.
No, I wouldn't think so. But it's gone.
Nan.
Why do you
Nan,
want us to go downstairs?
Nan will peek over the book. What?
What do you choose? The maze or the elk riders?
I'm not interested in going down that maze, and it's so late in the day. We'll never
Then
make it very
choose.
far before dark.
Then the hearts of the group must choose, considering you still have not decided to draw a weapon at any point at this point. So I must protect you, Alexis Precious. What is the common thing called? The cinnamon rolls that you are? Is this the way of speaking? Anyway, so choose maze or the elk riders, cold or scary mind maze.
Nan's gonna put the book down and stand up. Look, I haven't drawn a weapon because I'm not a fighter. I make maps. I don't fight things.
And that's perfectly fine. I'm not judging you for that. All I'm trying to say is you're going to be the heart of this group. If we are ever going to survive, we are going to need you. And at this point, we've been attacked by monsters. There's been creepy people flashing in and out of time. And so I would like you, someone who seems to be level-headed, calm, and basically terrified of everything, to choose which of the things that they want to try and go through.
Darling, if you're asking me, I'd say we get back to Cape Hope and we get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's not really a choice out of the two things that I said, so I'm going to have to say maze. And Draft is just going to start walking down the stairs.
You have fun with that. I'm going to sit right here.
Tyr, I close my eyes and think internally, what's inside the maze downstairs?
There's no response.
I mean, I look around. The thing wanted us to go down there. It can't be good, right?
Probably wanted something down there to eat us.
Then again... Wait, what do I know about Dream Eaters, Tyr?
You know that they are creatures that basically will manipulate people until they get them to the point of insanity, then devour them.
Oh, it makes sense.
So in this group, we're a light snack. Question,
No,
Jared.
They,
Is the
they-
compulsion?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Do we still have that compulsion to go downstairs?
No.
Okay. Lock you then. I'm just curious if that was still going.
Yes, there's it wanted us to go there. It's a psychic maze. It wanted us. The maze would do its work for us, put us through psychic trauma, make us better food. That's all. That it doesn't care about what's actually down there. It just wanted us. It's like fattening a lamb.
See, I told you it was so something could eat us.
Right, but we've dealt with it, and Brinker will see if it comes back. So, and we can't let him go down there by himself.
Maybe you can't.
He said get stronger, so
Hmm?
this is how you get stronger, right? And I turn and I walk down the stairs.
All right.
I suppose he is correct. Draft does make a good cup of tea, and he's fairly good at 3 Garganan tea, so off we go. He looks to Brika. My lady, shall we go rescue them from this?
I suppose so.
Okay, so everyone but Nan is going downstairs.
Wait, so my options are sit here in the scary room by myself, or go down into that death pit with all of you?
Mm-hmm.
Calling from the other end of the stairs. Yes, darlings, that is the two options that you have given yourself, considering you couldn't choose before.
Making decisions like that isn't exactly my thing.
It can be now.
Well,
No, I make maps. People say that I want this area, they pay me the money, I make a map. That's what I do.
Drift will stop at the stairs, come back upstairs, and get maybe a hand's length away from Nan, and be like, when you make a map, do you not make decisions on which way the land is actually sitting? Do you not make decisions every day to be able to eat yourself, feed yourself, and clean yourself? Saying you're bad at decisions is like saying you're bad at breathing. You decide every day, every single day you wake up and you make a decision to be however you want to be. And making that decision is ultimately what gives you power. So saying that you are bad at making decisions is saying again, like you're bad at then you have no power. And I have seen the power in you. I have seen your eyes. I have seen you made fire out of nothing. And you can deny it and you can play that and have front of everyone else. But in front of me, there is no lies. There is no whatever you're doing. I see you. I see you. I'm not from here, and I see you. And then he will get up and leave.
When you make a map, you orient it to north. I don't make that decision. North is just north. As far as feeding myself, I forget to do it all the time. You can ask anybody who was in camp. Well, I guess you can't now.
It's as simple
Choose.
as. Go ahead.
Choose. Be powerless and stay here. Be powerful and come with us. And he'll walk back down the stairs, like he's and kind of push in front. Like if anybody got in front of him, he will push in front of them to get to the head of the line.
Or I could just go home and let y'all die doing whatever you're doing. Ugh.
You could.
Or
At
you
some
could
point,
die leaving.
Mhm. You could die tomorrow, just not wake up. At some point, the wise man steps out and takes action in the world, and instead of sitting down and watching it go by. And he turns and he walks back downstairs. He's going forward.
She's gonna probably as soon as they're all like into at least into the stairwell. Yes, I heard what they said. God damn it! Did you get off my ass about everything? No, I didn't. I didn't say that. And with that, her eyes are going to go white again. She's going to turn and start down the stairs.
Well,
The
at least Rosie had
stairs.
sense.
The stairs are very ornately carved. Geometric patterns flowing over and over again that travel onto the floor of the hallway. Looking at them at the right angle, you see the geometric patterns make a mural of a wolf on a mountain howling at the moon. You can see there are two crystals halfway down the hallway that are the demarcation of the beginning of the psychic maze.
I stop at the bottom of the stairs and lean against the wall nonchalantly, and wait for Nan at the bottom of the stairs.
As she reaches the bottom of the stairs, she will calmly turn and look to you. You will see that her eyes are solid white.
Glad you decided to join us, Cupcake. And then Laz just pushes off the wall, turns, and starts walking down the hall to join the others.
My name is not Cupcake. That's all she'll say, and then keep walking.
Hey, Tier, can we see past where the psychic maze starts? What's down past? It's just crystals and then nothingness, or
Just a shimmer, like trying to look through steam.
okay.
And this is where we're going to take our break. I need to take pain medicine. I'm hurting. So give us 10 minutes to get our beverage of choice, our snickety snacks, and take care of the things we need to take care of, and we'll be back. And we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we got our beverages of choice, our sneaking stacks, and handle tanks. I appreciate y'all's patience with me. For those of you that don't know, for anybody that's new, I am a chronic pain patient. And so I have to stop periodically to take meds or whatever. I have a debilitating back injury. So I say that to say thank you for being patient with me, because sometimes it's, I have to take multiple breaks. Before the break, the party had found Brika. They had reunited. They had gone down to the library where they had spent the evening to find that it had been twisted and changed. They experienced multiple time slips, finding out that it was a dream eater that was causing the time slips. They then decided that they would travel down the secret stairwell through the psychic maze to find out where it led. I need marching order into the maze.
Draft will be first.
Sarah will be second.
I think given the interaction we just had, I think Laz is at the very back.
Brika's gonna hang back as well, because, well, she can see behind and in front, so.
And if those two are going to drop behind Nan, I guess that puts Nan somewhere in the middle.
All right, so we're going to start with you, Drift. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Is this to be charmed?
No.
Okay. That is a 19, good sir.
Okay. As you walk, you feel pressure, something trying to delve into your mind, but you're able to push it away. Sarek, an intelligence saving throw, please.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. A nice average 10.
As you are walking behind Drift, you will get a vision, a image flowing through your mind. You will see townsfolk, normal, everyday townsfolk, slaughtered. You will see a figure, a long figure with a sword standing amongst the corpses that litter the ground. Lightning will flash, and you will see that the individual holding the blade is yourself, covered in blood of the innocents. I need another intelligence saving throw, please.
14.
You will take 4 points of psychic damage as the image fades. Nan.
Oh boy. All right. Let's try this one. $14.
They know. The people around you know your secrets. You're an open book. Anyone can look upon you and tell the things that you have tried to hide. They know. How long before they turn on you? How long before they betray you? Maybe you should run. But you can't. Not at this moment. If they haven't put all the pieces together, surely that would help them. Please make another intelligence save.
Alrighty. In her current state, there won't be much of a facial reaction, but there would be at least a little furrow to her brow. That is, you said it's another intelligence, so that's 6.
You will take 8 points of psychic damage. Laz, this is a walk in the park. You're not sure why everyone seems so hesitant. Nothing's bothering you.
Weird. I remember feeling the psychic pressure here. Perhaps the effect has faded. Perhaps I was wrong.
Brika, Intelligence save, please.
That is a 13.
You're back there once more. You thought you had escaped, but that must have just been a dream. You've been returned. Life as you know it resumes. Give me another intelligence save.
That's an 8.
You take 12 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
Y'all will come through the psychic maze as it is not a long ordeal. It is just a very intense ordeal. Oh, I forgot you, Drift.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. You said that I was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you rolled a 19. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Being the first to exit, you will see a set of double doors. They are statuesque images carved on these wooden doors of individuals sitting cross-legged as if in meditation. They will scare you, Drift. Something about what you are looking at causes fear to course through your body. You want to run, but you can't. The mistress would be angry if you ran.
He's already probably going to be very angry because I lost a box. He'll just stand there staring at, unable to move due to fear from both the door going forward and the fear of running. He'll just stand there and be staring at the door while he's unintentionally waiting for everyone else to get out of the maze.
And one by one, they will come through, and each of you will see at this doorway. Those of you that are in the know, which is everyone but Brika, will see blood hunters carved on the door, sitting in meditation, preparing for the hunt.
Huh. Some sort of room of preparation, perhaps. Why would they hide that down here?
Of what?
Preparation. These are obviously blood hunters. They appear to be meditating in preparation for hunting something, I would assume.
You have something to say, Brika?
She came out, but she is basically standing stock still. Um, Basically, I don't know if the eyes of the robe would look like they're crying, but she is full on like silently sobbing, shaking, and she is now muttering in Undercommon. She's not even speaking Common anymore.
I need, let's see. Sir, Nan, and Laz. Give me a perception check. Laz,
15.
Nan,
16.
and Sarek.
18.
You all have seen fear before in various forms. You all have felt fear before in various situations. You will notice that Dreft and Brika are consumed in the grip of fear.
What? What is wrong? Why are you afraid of this? This isn't frightening. The hallway
No.
was just a hallway.
No, dear Sarek, it was not. What has passed is he turns to Dreft and Brika and brings his big, large hands around him to bring him to in front of him. What you saw is what you saw. What you see does not necessarily affect us anymore. You either let the fear consume you or you continue forward and fight. Because we cannot go back. We can only go forward at this point.
Just opens the door, dog, Dragonborn. Just opens the door for me.
Fair enough. Dreka? Brika?
She's still just mumbling in Undercommon. The only word every now and then is no, can't go back. I no, can't go back.
Then we
I
go
don't
forward.
understand.
Nan, with her eyes still white, will step forward, place a hand on Brika's shoulder. No one is going to make you go anywhere right now. Proceed with us.
She'll take a breath and she'll stop mumbling, but she's still like extremely eyes extremely wide. She's just just
What's wrong with all of you? Why are you acting like this?
The maze was nothing. Just opens the door, please. Just
Yes.
opens the door.
I do not wish to discuss it. Shall we go forward? And he'll step forward to open the door.
Perhaps that ring that I read for you earlier has
Huh.
something to do with your ease.
Maybe. Interesting. Stronger indeed. And Laz turns and walks over to the door and throws the door open.
Derek and Laz moving to the doors, throwing them open. I need dexterity saves from both of you. As a fine mist explodes into the air.
Is this a disease or poison?
It is an acid.
Okay.
So, Laz. What'd you get, Laz?
You said Dex, right?
Yes.
22.
22. So you will take 5 points of acid damage. Sarek,
14.
you will take 10 points of acid damage. The doors thrown ajar. Within, you will see 5 statues similar to the carvings on the door. There are 2 on the right wall, 2 on the left, and 1 in the middle. In this large room, the room 75 feet wide, 75 feet long, this beautiful cube, this square. At the far end is steps going up onto an altar. And on the altar is a gray, spinning sphere.
Drev would hiss immediately as the statues are seen, being terrified more. And then his attention will draw to the gray orb. Could I make a history check to see if I know what that orb is?
Go ahead.
And I can I make a history or arcana as well?
Sure.
Don't fuck muse.
Tyr, in my current state, could Nan make one?
Yes.
Brika doesn't know shit about this room, so.
Ooh, statues.
It's only
All right. Drift.
7.
Laz.
16.
And Nan.
16.
Nothing comes to mind.
Perhaps we should proceed with caution.
That would be a
Yes.
wise choice, I see.
Nan will
He-
look to Sarek. Are you hurt?
I've been better.
May I?
Very well.
She'll place a hand on his arm and cast a Cure Wounds. Could be 1d8 plus 4. 7 points of healing.
He immediately looks a little bit better and is moving a little bit stronger. Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that. And I guess you will start look to everyone else to see which way they're going to go. They're going to go forward or what?
Jeff's not
Um,
moving.
I suppose one of us should go and check it out.
If you'll
Might as
give
well
me
be
a,
me.
if you'll give me a moment, I'll see if there is anything magical in the room.
Yes, quite.
And Nan will cast Detect Magic.
The air will shimmer as there's a soft blue haze that covers Nan's eyes. To Nan, anything magical will now glow blue.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bluish aura from this grayish silver orb that rotates slowly. There's also a blue aura coming from the statue in the middle.
You must be cautious. The orb itself glows, but so does that statue there in the center.
Right. I'll go have a closer look. And before stepping further into the room, Laz casts Blur. Speaking in I don't know if anyone speaks Primordial, but you hear a very guttural language that feels like the root of all languages, in a voice that almost doesn't sound. It resonates with weird harmonics from Laz, and then suddenly Laz's form begins to blur at the edges as if they're slightly out of phase with everything around them.
Very well.
And then Laz walks into the room.
Walking into the room, it looks like these statues, they are peaceful expressions. Their eyes open, however, seem to be carved where their eyes follow you as you move.
Laz walks very carefully and gives as much of a berth around the middle statue as they can.
Tyr, you said that's on a raised dais, those statues?
I'm sorry?
That ring of statues before the orb? They're kind of up on a raised platform?
No, they're flush with the ground. There's two on against the right wall, two against the left wall, and one in the center.
Okay. Sarek will move up just to the edge of that ring so we can keep an eye on Laz.
Okay.
I've also called my sword to my hand again. And I will move, like I said, giving a wide berth around the middle statue and heading towards the altar to get a closer look and examine that orb.
Ascending the steps, you find a platform with intricately carved runes of a language that you do not understand. The glowing beneath the sphere, now visible, as it looks like water bubbling and churning, as the sphere rotates counterclockwise.
The sphere is moving counterclockwise. I don't know if that's important, There's some sort of archaic writing here, but it's not anything that I can read.
Nan will calmly and carefully proceed across the room, following the path that Laz took. Is she able to reach the dais?
Yes.
Once she does, she will look at the writing. Is it anything she would recognize?
It is not.
I'm sorry, I speak several languages, but this does not appear to be one of them. Then, remembering that Dreft had read something before, she will turn her head. Dreft, this might be your area.
Reft is more or less paralyzed with fear. I think I picked up on the breadcrumb that my dear DM was trying to get at, that I am an Umberkin, and somebody mentioned somewhere, I think, that these are blood hunters, and so there is a natural, just ingrained fear that these statues are going to kill him. So he's kind of paralyzed with fear at the moment, and just is able to eke out. He's just trying to get across that. What do the symbols look like? he's trying to get every kind of information he can without having to go into this room.
Oh, Nan, can you copy the symbols down and take them back to him?
She will pull her notebook. It's a small leather-bound, like pocket-sized notebook, and one of her pieces of charcoal pencil that she uses for sketching things, and to her best ability will copy the symbols that she sees.
Roll a D100 for me.
Oh, okay. You ever have that feeling you did something dumb without realizing you were doing something dumb? 55.
As you finish the last iconography in your notebook, they will flash blue. The runes peeling off the page, floating to each of you, burning into your chest. You will feel fire without fire, pain without pain, as something sears your very core. The pain will trace and run along your arm, down to your hand, the back of your hand, where a rune will appear. A simple, looks like a broken T with a cross will appear on each of your hands.
Ah.
Oh,
The hell was that?
What the fuck did you just try? What did the fuck did you just do? And this is when Dref, now having been injured, will snap from being afraid and just immediately go up to Nan and be like, "What the fuck did you just copy down?" And he's gonna look for the runes that were on the dais.
Okay, you see the runes.
What do they say? Because I can read all writing.
What is bound cannot be unbound except in the throes of death. What is joined cannot be unjoined except by success. Laz, make a history check, please.
Yeah, Dreft will say that out loud, and then just scowl at Nan.
History, you say. That would be a dirty 20.
Laz, there was a ceremony that used to take place in the ancient days of the blood hunter. Something, for whatever reason, brings this to your mind. That they would come together in common cause when they had a common quest, and they would become bound one to another.
Oh. We are bloodbound.
But
It is it's an ancient binding ritual. The blood hunters, they used to do it when things were bad. When there was some great enemy that needed to be defeated, they would they would perform this ritual and bind themselves together, a pact to finish the job or die trying. I think it's a little hazy, but I think that's what we inadvertently just did. We are all bound to stop the evil, as it were.
Nan's eyes will go back to brown, almost like she's snapping out of it. Are you telling me I'm stuck with all of you?
Yes, my darling, you're stuck with me.
Certainly would seem that way, Cupcake.
Frika is basically going to lose her shit. Her eyes, no, seriously, like she's got the Druidcraft spell, which is what's going to happen to make her eyes, all of her eyes, start to glow like that acid green. And in a voice she hasn't spoken in yet, she is just going to start yelling, "Absolutely not! I was bound once. I will be bound to no one. Fuck you all!" And she starts to turn to, like, leave the room.
Well, that could have gone better.
Look, I understand that there's shit going on right now, but I'm most certainly not comfortable being bound to all of you. You're a bit daft.
Well, you're the one who wrote the symbols, so I guess you kind of did this?
He's the one who wouldn't come in and read them.
Regardless, we let loose the monster, and now we are bound to our responsibility for that.
It is our responsibility, and whether we choose to follow this path or not, or correction, whether you choose to follow this path or not, I will go forward because I'm honor bound to right the wrongs that I have caused.
Jeff's gonna go find Brika.
As Brika goes to leave and Drift turns to follow, there'll be a moment, Laz, where you remember finding a very sadistic temple with a wolf's head. You'll be remembered by this because you will hear the growling and howl of the wolf. As Brika and Drift look upon a shadow wolf manifested. I need everyone to please roll initiative and join me in Albert Rodeo.
You bastard!
Jerk. Ooh.
I'm sorry, we do not accept the term jerk. We only accept bastards here.
You
Fine.
like
bastard.
No, I'm not giving him the pleasure of that.
That's why I usually say dick.
Fair enough.
That
Today's battle map is brought to you by Kawaii Tier.
Yay, quite here!
Well, this looks pretty good, actually.
I like our little tokens.
Mm-hmm.
The
It does look
artwork,
amazing.
the artwork is done by InSketched. You can find them over on Twitter at InSketched. They do amazing art. Thank you. Thank you. You rock.
So I reckon I'm back here by the dais.
You're back by the dais. I was fixing to put you all in place.
Right.
Yeah. Drift, you'll be about here because you went to go after. And did Sarek not approach the altar? Is that
No, Sarek said he was going to stop right there, and that's kind of where we left him.
okay? All right. So now we will gather initiative. Before we gather initiative, let's start our battle music. Today's battle music brought to you by the talented Patrick, aka Peculiar Patrick. All right. So, Brika, your initiative, please.
that was a 6.
A 6.
Yes, 6.
Drift.
That is a 15.
Last.
11.
Dan.
Help if I actually rolled it. 10.
Sir.
I rolled an 8.
And I'm going to use my ambassador die to roll the
Oh.
initiative for the creature. All right. Draft, you're up first.
Okay. This Shadow Wolf, am I able to do like a history check to see if I know anything about these things being from Angramora?
Yeah, go ahead.
18.
You would know instantly that this is a shadow wolf. They are predators of Angramora. When they are brought to the prime material plane, they are done so ceremonially, and they will not rest until they have completed their hunt. They will destroy anything in their territory or their hunting grounds until they find the prey that was marked.
With an 18, would I be able to know if it's a weak against anything being from Angramora?
Radiant.
With that, I'm going to use my movement to do 30 feet to try and get a little bit ahead of Brika, and just shout, be careful to everybody. He's just going to shout at everybody to be careful. And ending about there with my 30 feet of movement. That is just a little bit past Brika. That is my turn.
All right. It's now the creature's turn. It will lunge at the first thing that is closest to it. That will be you, Sarek. Ooh. I am sorry. Those ambassador dice, they're nice.
Who gave those to him?
I think technically he did.
Damn it.
That is 18 points of piercing damage
Ouch.
on a nat 20. So
Boo, hiss, boo.
Yes.
raise your roof, y'all.
No.
Oh,
No.
oh.
Put it
Bring
down.
it down. Bring it down.
All right. That will bring up Laz.
Okay, cool. So I am going to move. Trying to get a good line of sight. Yeah. So I'm going to move to about there. And so that'll put me just behind the statue in the center. And then I'm going to so range on that. I guess 30 feet. Am I within 30 feet?
You are 35 feet away.
Okay, so I'll move 5 feet closer because I still had a little bit of movement left. And then I will bonus action Hexblade's Curse on the wolf. And then speaking before I actually attack, I yell at the wolf. The usurper didn't call you this time. No one wants you here. You have no target. And I throw Eldritch Blast at the wolf.
Everywhere squirrels tremble in terror. Go ahead. Make that attack roll.
That is cocked, damn it. 11 plus 7, 18 to hit.
18 hits, blasting into it. The creature will snarl. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Uh-huh. 7 points of force damage.
All right, is that your turn?
I believe that is all of it.
All right, that will bring up Nan.
Okay. Seeing the creature attack Sarek, Nan's eyes will go white again almost instantly. She'll speak a word, and her entire form will change, taking the shape of a panther. What's my movement? A panther's movement is, her speed is 50 feet. So that'll allow her to get, I think, most of the way to the creature. Yeah, she'll, in panther form, run up next to Sarek. And kind of, bare teeth and whatnot at the wolf. And that's my turn because it takes my action to shift. I'm not,
Can you do that again?
no.
All right, that will bring up Sarek.
Having taken a nasty wound from this wolf, he'll cry out a bit and bleed out a bit, but he will, as his bonus action, he'll bonus action use his fighting spirit to give him advantage on this attack, plus gain 5 temporary hit points,
Okay.
and then swing away with his sword.
All right, go ahead and make that attack.
Good thing I have advantage. I rolled a 2 on the first roll, so I rolled a 3 on the second roll for a total of 10.
Will not hit. Coming through, bringing the weapon down, the creature will leap to the side, growling, preparing for its next attack. That will bring up Brika.
Okay. She is going to take part of her movement and kind of move out from being essentially behind Dreft. So she's got a clear line of sight for Shadow Wolfie here, and she is still quite pissed. And she's going to cast Witch's Bolt.
All right, go ahead and make that attack roll.
Okay, that is a dirty 20.
That will hit.
And because I don't have 2 of them out right now, it'll make life easier. That is 12 points of damage.
The wolf will howl as the arcing energy will be established between you and its form. The damage forced into it. It will now bring up Drift.
All right, Draft is going to use, looks like 15 feet of movement to get to that. Or no, sorry, 10 feet of movement to be able to be 5 feet away from the creature, and is going to pull out a little, what looks like on the outside, it looks like a copy of Death's Kiss. At least, like, the dust jacket is Death's Kiss. He'll flip a couple pages in it, and we'll read off of the page in Infernal, and is going to cast Word of Radiance. It's a Con 14 saving throw.
1.
Hell yeah. I mean, sorry, but also hell yeah, because that deals 6 radiant damage.
That'll be 12. All right. Is that your turn?
And then I think that is... Yes, that is everything.
All right. The monster will turn, lunging at you, Drift, with powerful jaws. That is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit, and I'm going to use a spell slot to use as a reaction to do Hellish Rebuke, pointing and shouting an infernal at the beast that just lunged at me. It needs a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
I rolled an 18.
I believe it still takes half damage on success, so it will take half of 15 will be
7.
Yeah.
You will take 12 points of piercing damage.
And then he'll scream out being bit by this creature.
And that will bring up Laz.
All right. So yeah, Laz gets a running start and is going to come down and slip between Nan and Sarek, and sliding on their knees, come up next to the. No, I don't want to. Oh no, wait! I got to reorient my map. Trying to put my token where my token is supposed to be, and it keeps trying to put it in the trash can. There we go. Bringing the sword across the back haunches of the Shadow Wolf to attack with my blade. And that is a 19.
19 will hit.
That also means it's a crit. That was a 19 before bonuses, by the way. So
You crit on 19s?
when I've
Hexblade's curse.
Hexblade cursed it, yep.
All right, so that'll be max damage die plus die roll plus modifier.
So that is 10 and 12, 22 plus 9 is 31, 36, 39, and 6 is 45 points of damage.
How you want to do it?
Yeah, so Laz sliding, but slipping between them, dropping to their knees, gripping the sword in both hands, bringing it across the back haunch of the creature, causing the creature to drop on one side, and then popping back up to their feet, reversing the grip on the sword and bringing it down right between the shoulder blades of the creature.
And with that, the creature dies, fading to ash and dust.
Go back to your usurper.
Grift is lying on the ground, crying and bleeding. He's very hurt.
Sarek will stand up, shake himself off, and look around to see if there's any other threats.
There is not.
Nan will shift back to her own form, the eyes still glowing white. It is a full action to do my shift, so if you want, I will wait until everybody else has had a chance before I do the next thing I was going to do.
We're out of initiative, so go ahead.
She'll move over to Dreft, kneel down, place a hand on him, and cast a Cure Wounds. Where's the guy I need? Right there. It's going to be 11 points of healing. I had math, sorry.
A-okay with me. He'll stop crying, he'll stop crying and sobbing, but he'll just he'll just watch you as you heal his wound, and then just look so confused into your whited over eyes and just be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he'll kind of pass out because that's probably the most pain he's been in quite some time.
Nan
Tell me
will
once.
stand up, look at the others. She might be unhappy. She doesn't like when I take animal forms. And not say anything else and go back to tending to draft.
Laz is just staring at the pile of dirt or ash or whatever it is that's left on the ground, and their sword still held in that position, jabbed as if into the creature, and is just muttering, "Kill me once, shame on me. Can't do it again. Won't let you. I won't let you."
Laz, my boy, it's dead. You need to tend to the living now.
Not a
Rika.
boy.
Rika, are you okay?
Brika is basically sat down on the floor. She doesn't look good. She's only got 5 hit points. And she is just staring off into space at the moment, just sitting there.
Looking up from Dreft. Brika, do you need assistance?
I'm used to just healing over time. It's up to you. That's all she just goes back to staring at the pile of ash, because, yeah, she's still not happy about this situation.
Nan is going to get up and go over to Brika and use her last level 1 spell slot and cast another Cure Wounds. And that's going to be 6 points of healing.
Yay! That gets her halfway.
All right. At this point, we need to go ahead and take our last break. I need more meds. And this is a good point to pause right quick before we get into deeper into the thing. So hang out while we get our snickety snacks, take care of things, and we'll be back in 10. And we are back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took our last break, got our stickety stacks, our beverages of choice. The party finding the temple of the joining, inadvertently joining themselves together, and then fighting a shadow wolf that appeared. I need Drift. Make a insight check.
I am unconscious
Oh,
because he passed out from pain.
okay. Then
He could still make one like in his like dream state. Like he doesn't like he's an Umberkin, so like he kind of elfs it. But like I could still that insight check if you want.
yes.
You'll wake up at some point because we're gonna shake you awake.
13.
All right. Let me make a note of that.
Bummer.
So you all have faced the Dream Eater that made the appearance of time slips. You all have become bound one to another, and you all have been attacked by a shadow wolf. Laz, this is at the time you will remember the altar to the shadow wolf, and you realize that it is something that will keep calling until the prey is devoured.
We can't stay. We have to go. It'll come back. It'll always come back.
Even if we're here, even if we're not
Yeah.
here.
I don't know. Yes, as long as we're here, for sure. I don't know about if we leave, but leaving is better. The
What just happened?
one who killed the blood hunters. The betrayer, the usurper. He had an altar. Had a wolf's head. Summoned this thing. Who's working for its master, I think. It's all very, very fuzzy. Just flashes, really, that I got when I went into the room with the altar. It's, but this beast, it will hunt until it finds its prey. Us being here is bad. So long as it can come back.
Right, so we go back through the maze.
I look around, is there any other way out?
Give me an investigation check.
Brecky would like in on that because she can see invisible doors.
Ooh, that's good. What is my stat?
Rift will come to while they're looking through for and secret doors and realize what's happening, and also begin to try and look for secret doors.
All right. Yes, man.
I say Nan will not be looking because Nan had been tending to Drift since he was unconscious.
All right. What'd you get, Rika?
Brika got a dirty 20.
All right. Drift
A 9.
and Laz.
Blackjack, 21.
Bricka and Laz, y'all will find a door behind one of the statues on the right, the farthest from the door. It is a narrow passageway for fitting one person at a time. You could not walk side by side in this. And if you are above 6 feet tall, you will have to duck to get through. But there is a way out, or a way out of this room, we'll say.
There's a path. Small, but there's a path.
Nan will get up and go over and look. How dark is it down this hallway?
It's not. There's a soft, pale, amber glow that lights the path, as if somehow the sun is finding its reach to this area.
Does this seem natural or unnatural?
It seems natural. The lighting seems natural.
The light appears to be natural.
Well, we can't stay here, and I do not wish to go back to that maze. So, after you all, I'll go last, since I'll take up the most space.
Very well, then into a completely natural and not spooky at all hole. And Draft will go first.
Nan will look to Laz. Do you wish to go, or would you like me to follow?
I'll go. You can enjoy the view, Cupcake. And Laz starts up the path.
Nan will, again, eyes are still solid white, look almost a little confused. You keep calling me Cupcake, but that is not my name.
Rico will
That can
fall
I
in
do?
behind.
And then
Y'all will travel, and you will come to a round chamber that when you look up, you can see the sky. It is several stories, and you will see there are a series of mirrors reflecting sunlight down through the hole to the pathway.
Is there snow coming in or anything?
No, not currently.
Aziz, light. Sorry.
as soon as Sarek steps out of that tunnel, he's going to do that giant stretch, unkink his back as he stands upright finally. What else is around us?
Here.
Yeah.
Yes, Drift.
As an archaeologist, I have a historical knowledge that whenever I enter a ruin or dungeon, I can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders, whether those were dwarves, elves, humans, Yuntai, or some other known race. What is the purpose of this room?
This room is a chamber of light to bring light down.
What would the light be used for? It's original, like
Navigating the hallways.
there's lots of hallways.
Well, there's a hallway. Maybe once upon a time there were more. It's hard to say.
Wow, big fancy room to just light up a bunch of hallways.
Tyr, I start looking around for a path out of this room different than the one we came in on.
Give me an investigation check.
I would like to help you.
Yep. Brika's looking too.
Sarek will keep an eye on the pathway they just came out of to make sure nothing comes out of it.
When you say help, Patrick.
I mean help, not look for myself.
Okay, cool. Thank God. Okay.
All right, Brika
That's another dirty 20.
and Laz.
18.
Y'all will find carved into the stone pockets like a ladder.
Seeing we can climb this.
It would seem so.
I'll go first unless you want to.
By all means, go ahead.
And Laz will start climbing.
Okay. The rest of you will see Laz start climbing out.
Brika will follow.
Sarek will wait for the others to go. He'll go last.
Nan will go over to it, place her first hand on the first handhold, sigh. She has strong feelings about this. And then she's going to start climbing.
Jeff just can't leave himself alone. He can't let it go. So he's going to pull out from his bag a small. Do I have a? Is it? I do have a small mirror. He's gonna pull out a small steel mirror, and he's gonna start like playing with the light and bouncing it off of like mirrors to try and reflect it to try and catch the light in his mirror, and trying not to blind the people as they're going up the ladder. He wants to like with his back to them, he wants to see and investigate the rest of the walls. If this room is just for bending light, he wants to see where he can bend the light to in this room.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. It's a 6.
All right. So you have fun bending light.
Hell yeah. Do I just like find like other like collapsed passages or like
You just find walls in the tunnel.
Drift, my boy. We need to get moving. After you. Please, I insist.
That's fair. I would rather you fall behind me and not in front of me. He'll put the magnifying glass away and make sure his little desk kiss book is on his person again, and he'll begin to climb the ladder.
And Sarek will follow up after that. Hopefully he's strong enough to catch anybody if they fall.
You all will make it to the top. Coming out of the hole, you find yourselves on top of the Ragnacarn Mountains. Beneath you and to the south is Keep Gregorgarian. Spreading out before you is the northern Icelands, the home of the nomadic elk riders. You're about 30 miles from Keep Gregorgarian.
Wow.
It is at this point that you'll realize that that psychic maze, that walk is a lot longer than just a few steps, it seems.
What time of day is it? Is it still late afternoon?
It is night.
Perhaps
The wind is howling. The air is cold and biting. It is freezing. What was you going to say, Laz? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do
I was going to say perhaps we should make camp. Dangerous, especially in the mountains, to travel at night.
Here,
Yes.
being on top of the Ragnacore Mountains, would I be able to know where my mistress is currently?
You would. Very far away, but yes.
Like, how far is really far?
Like 100 miles.
Oh, F. Well, he'll begin to help everybody take camp together. Dreft himself will actually pull out a 2-person tent and all of the stuff that is needed to set up the tent out of his bag of holding and be like, there, if someone wants to sleep there, use it as community tent, whatever, I don't care. I need about 15 minutes. And he'll go off alone and take out a piece of parchment and write on it a message to his mistress, letting her know where he is and that where he is headed to ultimately is Glandamere, and that he will try to update her as much as he can. And he, with the intention of hoping that the wind will take it to her or somehow she'll get it, he'll let it go into the wind.
Okay. As you let it go, you will notice that the light that was illuminating the tunnels is coming from the moons and not the sun.
How many moons?
2.
And do we have something to light a fire with?
Nan will step forward, hold out a hand, and produce a small ball of fire or a small flame in her hand. Do you have something to light?
That was my question. Is there any wood, trees, or we're on the top of the mountains? There's nothing up here but rock.
You're on top of the mountains. There's nothing.
Locky muted.
I have some torches. Don't know how much good that will do.
I'll burn for a little bit. At least hopefully get us through the night. Unless we feel like moving.
I pull out a torch and I light it from the flame that Nan is producing.
Okay.
Yeah, Brecky also has, I have torches and a tinderbox, but she's also able to use Druidcraft and light the torch that she's holding. I suppose if we put a couple of them together, it's something.
I can offer about 5 torches.
I don't think we need quite that many, do we?
Make a small fire that'll last the night, maybe.
I suppose that is a consideration for you. And I suppose you all need to eat too.
Rest would be helpful. Eating would be good.
I have rations.
That would be very kind of you.
I pull out rations and I hand one to each of the companions. You'll notice that Laz does not take one. He just puts the rest back in the bag.
Nan will hold her hand up to Laz. I have some as well, and I can share. Well, I don't know if she will.
You keep saying she. I assume you're talking of Nan.
She'll close her eyes for a moment. They'll go brown again. I fucking hate when she does that. And she'll walk over and sit down.
Does she have a name?
It's fucking annoying is what it is.
She doesn't like to be called Cupcake, apparently.
She's confused by it. She's not sure what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, I can't call her Nan, now can I? Then she does seem sweet. She heals people. Like a cupcake.
Sarek just looks for a second. What type of cupcakes have you been eating, and where can I get some?
I don't know. I have a memory of what cupcakes are. I can remember how they taste. I don't remember where or when I've had one. I don't really remember any place except Gregorian.
Right. Shall we set watches and get some rest?
At this time, the draft will come back after writing his note and be like, the moons. The moons are the moons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, those are moons.
Yeah.
Very good.
And he'll just go into the tent because he's still pondering over the moons and the mirrors and why someone would want to build a room that has a bunch of mirrors in it just so it can catch light. It's a puzzle that's dumbfounding him.
Nan will look at the small tent that's been set up. So are we all gonna try and squeeze in there tonight?
Oh, I don't need to. I'll be fine out here.
Well,
Why don't you fucking freeze?
I don't think that's as big a problem for me as it is for you.
Nan will look a little confused at Laz.
I don't know. It's a feeling I have, really. I don't eat. I don't sleep.
And you got no memories from before being at the keep?
Flashes only. Feelings? Faces sometimes. Sometimes things I would see around the keep would trigger something. Like that wolf's head. That was a sharp one.
Rika,
Yes.
you will see something watching you. Something about 3 foot tall and cloaked that is invisible.
Is it in front of her?
It's back behind the party, watching the party.
Okay. She is going to like take a step towards it, and she is going to use her fairy fire to outline it. And she's just gonna call out to it, who the fuck are you?
Well, tarnations, there's no need to get all crazy like that. I was just trying to see if y'all was friendly before I offered you a place out of the weather. The individual will materialize, the hood of the cloak falling back, flaming red hair, matching a flaming braided beard, a stocky dwarf.
where did you come from, my friend?
Well, y'all are at the gates of my kingdom, you know.
Which kingdom?
Costandula.
Huh.
Never heard of it.
Do I know of this kingdom?
You would have heard of it. It's not a secret.
No.
Is this Costandula? You are the king of it?
Oh no, I'm just one of the guards.
Oh, good. How far
don't-
away, and can we get out of the cold?
Well, yeah, all you gotta do is adjust the mirrors. Come on. And we'll take the first mirror and adjust it to where all the mirrors are pointing now at another entranceway.
I knew it. I knew there was something different about the room. I knew it. I knew it. And he's gonna very quickly take down the tent and put it into his bag, and be like, "Yes,
This name doesn't ring any bells. I don't think I've heard of this kingdom.
it's a kingdom of dwarfs. Yeah, yeah. It's a kingdom of dwarfs in the Ragnacorn Mountains. Yeah."
Yeah.
Tyr, would Sarek have heard about it in his travels at all?
Yeah. It's not a secret. Everyone, the old kingdom under the Karn having been destroyed, the new Costandula moving in and setting up shop.
Cool.
I-
Huh?
What happened to the Karn?
Nightmare creatures. Wiped them out.
Oh. Unfortunate.
And your name, my good friend? I don't think we've met. And as you lead us to where we need to go.
You can call me Mance.
Mance? Pleasure to meet you, Mance.
I reckon it's a great pleasure myself. Don't get many visitors around these parts. Too damn cold.
And
Along with the schlinks being out this time of year.
Schlinks. What's a Schlinks?
Lycanthrope, part lynx, part sheep.
Tyr, do I have recollection of the Schlinks?
Yes.
Oh, yes, nasty creatures. What were you going to say, Patrick?
Drev just echoes that is that they're nasty creatures and that we need to go then.
Brecky's just looking at them all like with a blank look on her face because like none of these words make sense to her. She has no idea what cupcake, schlinks, the name of this place this guy just said. She has no idea, so she just has a completely like what the fuck look on her face. Where are
Well,
we going?
come, my dear Breka. We're going back into the ground to a dwarven kingdom where we can be warm for a little bit and then gather our thoughts and maybe sort out what needs to happen next.
Yes, we do need supplies.
Nan's already like picked her bag back up and put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Is ready to move.
So, I'm going to pause here for just a moment. Didn't get it set up in Streamlabs, so I'm going to roll a dice for it. But I promised to do a giveaway tonight of a dice tower.
Give away. Give away.
Yeah.
Ellendale 2001. You just won a Gothic dice tower printed by Sir Ustad.
Nice.
Please
Yay!
email me at tyr@willofthedice.com and email me your shipping information, and I will get that sent out to you. Okay, back to our regular scheduled RP.
Look, why don't we just follow the dwarf and talk about this inside? It's fucking cold out here.
Fine.
Lead on, good sir.
The dwarf will descend down into the room. He will be the last one to go. Letting you all follow in, he will pick up a stone and throw it towards a mirror, jumping in quickly. As the mirror is hit, the light beam moving away, the opening before you will solidify.
Well, that is how you do it. That is so clever. Oh my god, that's so clever. That is
Nice shot, Mance.
And this is where we're going to pause for the evening. As I am in a shit ton of pain. And with y'all going into Constantula, I want time to be able to do it right. Y'all's entrance. I don't have that time tonight. So mainly the biggest reason though is I'm hurting and 3 hours is what I got. Alrighty, so I want to say thank you guys for joining in and hanging out. Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure. I want to say awesome and welcome to Raft the Mad and to Ames, our newest cast members. Welcome to the chaos. Keep hands and feet inside the vehicle and don't feed the animals. Let's see. Oh, thank you. All right. So let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get out of here.
A tier schedule for next week.
Oh, thank you. So, having to move unexpectedly will not be streaming next week. There will be no cast guidance, no sins of blood, and no bloodlines. Hopefully, we'll be back the following week. That all depends on how the move goes. We will keep you updated via social media, so keep an eye out on that. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Jared. Again, I've been Raph the Mad, and I've been playing your friendly local Dragonborn, Sarek the Blade. And you can find me at BLKDragon13000 on Twitter.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. the voice of Nan and her mysterious friend. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Who is now officially named Cupcake. Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I have been playing Lazarian, your amnesiac reborn warlock, and you can find me on the Book of Faces and Twitter pages at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, and you have heard me as Drift Vitakin, the Umberkin that is definitely got some trauma there from all of that. But now you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hey gamers, this is Ames. You heard me playing Brika tonight. I guess we're gonna find out she's got a bunch of secrets, and maybe the eyes don't see as much as she says they do. But yeah, you can find me at LollyGFIFO on Twitter.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. To our patron listeners, we're sorry after the rolls is delayed. We'll try to get that out this week. Was going to try to do it tonight. I can't set up. I just want to remind you guys that shit sucks right now. There's just a lot of darkness, a lot of chaos, a lot of upheaval. But we can come together. We can come together and love one another. We can come together and support one another. It doesn't take anything to not be a dick. Remember that love and inclusion are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torch bearers. And remember, until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys. Bye.